So welcome to the No Ideas Original Podcast featuring Shannon, Mr. Rob, and Ken. We're joined by Tay, aka TayBayBeee. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the platform.
I'm good. How are you?
Nice. Good to have you. I'm happy to have you. So we have an array of questions for you for this evening. Hopefully we can have like a really good dialogue. You know, I think you may qualify as probably the youngest artist that we've ever had on. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always the youngest.
We're gonna need that youthful energy. Talk to us a little bit about what it was like growing up in Pennsylvania and how you discovered hip hop.
Okay, so growing up in Pennsylvania, it's like a small town. Like I didn't really discover hip hop till I was in high school, and well, like obviously I listened to the music and stuff, but I didn't do it myself till I was like 16, and ever since then I've been doing it. But I kind of got on it because people in my school were doing it, and I was like, okay, I want to try to make a song. And then I made a song, and people were telling me it was good, and then I was like, oh shoot. So then I just continued to do it. I was like, okay, I could do this, and now I do it.
Okay. All right. So what artists were there? Artists that you heard that made you be like, yo, you know what? Yeah, this is something that I want to do, even if it was a local act. Who was it that made you be like, yeah, this is something I'm very interested in doing?
I mean, like, yeah, like, you know, when you grow up, you always watch the girls in the music videos and you're like, oh my God, I want to be like them. No one really specific because, you know, there's a lot of people I do listen to and, you know, like, but like when I was younger, Cassie, Me and You,
okay.
Like I used to love that song. I used to go crazy and stuff. But yeah, there's people that like, I mean, in my high school, yeah, I would say because like, once it was one of them doing it, it was me, and then more people started doing music, and then like we kind of started doing shows together and stuff. Yeah, so it was cool.
Nice.
What do you think is the toughest part about being a new artist?
Your fans, trying to get fans and like more of a crowd. It's like, I don't know, like especially from where you live because you got little haters that don't want to follow you and stuff. And then you know you got the people that love you, love the way you look, love the way you sound, like want to be your best friend. And then you got the people that want to come back into your life because they see you're doing good. So it's just like it's hard to like have like a loyal fan base, I guess you could say, and like to grow followers. It's hard too because like you're in one restricted area. So like I don't know, it's hard to like expand yourself and like show yourself off more. You gotta like really like either market or like actually be in those places.
Yeah, the people that are closest to you probably don't, you know, they may not value you as an artist yet because they have accessibility to you. You know, like if you take off and they no longer have accessibility, then it's like, oh, I went to high school with Tay, or I know Tay, and you know, and that changes. So that's something that I think that that'll change for you. Yeah, Ken.
Definitely.
For sure.
I gotta ask you, how'd you come up with the name TayBayBeee?
Oh my God! So that was never my name at first. My name was never that.
Well, and my name before that?
Yeah, my name was Tay, but I had my government. I had my last name as well.
Okay.
I don't know. I was 16, so then like I don't know, maybe like 2017, 2018, I was like, bro, I can't have my government no more. Like, I don't want people to know my government. And I don't know what it was, but I was like, TayBayBeee. And then I was like, TayBayBeee. TayBayBeee. Like, hey,
it's funny you say that because I keep saying that.
Yeah. So after that, like, I was like, all right, but I add my little twist to it. Like, I'll put it singing style, like on my songs and stuff as like, you know, my name and stuff. Just so it says I'm there because I'm the one who did the song. But yeah, I got the crowd to say that one time, like that. I got them to say it. It was great. It was great.
There's been you know, that you're younger, so you may not, you know, remember, but it's sort of like now we're in a period where there's a resurgence of female MCs. Like, you know, like many years ago, there were female MCs and there were like female MC cliques. Like I think about like the Moni Loves, the MC Lights, the Queen Latifahs, the Nikki D's that existed. And then, you know, after them, there were other pockets of females, you know, and I feel like that, you know, that there was an era that came along with the Nicki Minaj's, the Little Kims, the Foxy Browns and everything, where it was a lot of conflict amongst female MCs. But now what I see though is now this resurgence in female MCs where you have like the Lottos, you have the Lola Brooks, you have the Who's the you have
Gorilla.
Billy B, Gorilla, Ice Spice, Scarlet.
Yep,
You have all these different
them all.
female artists, and they seem to really be embracing each other and showing each other love. Like, what do you attribute the increase or influx in new female artists to?
I mean, it's good, but there's certain stuff I don't think is gonna last. So I think it's great music for the moment, but if it's not gonna change and be versatile, then there's no like fluctuation. There's no moving because it's not gonna be shake that ass music forever. It's not gonna be all that forever. Like maybe the old stuff is gonna start coming back.
Yeah,
should.
Yeah. It's, no, it's interesting you say that, because I do think that there is a that we are in a period where there's a lot of microwave music, and there was another period before that when they had like the snap music. I don't know if you guys remember the Laffy Taffies and stuff like that, and that stuff it usually doesn't stand the test of time. You know, like the music that has substance seems to stand the test of time. But the irony of that is the music that's like the microwavable music is the music that's doing really well now and selling a lot and generating a lot of streams and stuff like that. So, but in any regard, I say all to say that I'm just happy to see like a lot of females getting the opportunity and kind of being at the forefront.
But, I feel like I wish it was more singers to like newer singers than
Right. And it's funny you say that, because I was gonna ask you, singing and rapping, which one do you prefer?
It's weird. So like I love both. It's certain beats that it's like, okay, yeah, like I could really rap, and like I'm like, oh shoot, like I could rap. Like what? Who am I? But I feel
That's
like,
a famous plug, right?
like now that I dropped that song and stuff, I'm like ready to drop all my singing stuff. I'm in like right now I'm in my soft girl era. I wanna drop my singing stuff.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So definitely. I wish it was more singers out.
Who do you see yourself collaborating with? Or would you would like to collaborate with?
There's like so many people, it's like hard to say. Female wise, it's hard to say too, because like if it was a singer, it's hard to say because it's like you can only really mend together two voices so well, especially if they're different anyway. But male wise, Lil TJ, Lil Durk, A Boogie.
Okay.
I don't know. There's like I'm up for a feature with anyone. I know it could be great. I can make it great.
That's right. Exposure. It definitely help with exposure.
Yeah.
No,
And you definitely learn probably some stage presence and how to work with your chemistry with other artists too, because that plays a big part if you have good chemistry with another artist.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that is true. Chemistry is a big thing. When I was in like high school or just out of high school, I used to perform. I used to make music with this guy, and like I always used to perform with him, and our stage presence, like
it really pops off.
We was in tune.
Right, in sync. And that's important because you wanna give a good performance, especially if
you don't want to look like y'all are doing, like two separate things, like your own shows when you're really together. So
so what happened? What are you still working with him?
I do. I still work with him. I haven't really in like a few months, but I do want to start working with him again. We make music like it's mad easy. It's like magic. It just goes so easy, so smooth, and then it's like, just so great the outcome. So I want to continue to make music with him, and y'all will hear it soon.
Okay, nice.
So you were talking about, we talked about all the different ladies in rap and different people coming on. You brought up the singing and rapping. What do you think really sets you apart differently from all the stuff that we're seeing right now?
I feel like I'm my own person. Y'all will never meet no one like me. You're not gonna meet no one like me. But no,
that's right.
But like you said, the singing, like I'm versatile. Like not everyone can do that. Not everyone's going to be able to do that. I'm not saying no one can, but I'm saying they're not gonna do it like me.
That's right.
Right.
So it's like I'm my own person. Like I don't want to be like no one else. I don't try to be like no one else. I don't want to sound like no one else. I don't want no one to compare me to no one else because I'm me. So it's just like I just know that I'm different and I'm unique and I got stuff to show, and I just know I got it. I'm gonna show it off. Like I'm gonna show it off, and I'm gonna get to where I want to be. So
You used like a phrase. I don't know if you caught it, but you said you in your soft girl era.
Soft
What
girl.
what's the soft girl era?
So I feel like your soft girl era is like when you're like, I don't know, I wouldn't say like soft, like, but like, like you're in like your more loving era. Like you love you want to just be full of love. You want like happiness. Like you don't want the drama, the craziness, the ratchetness. Like you're in your just like you're in your smooth era. You're chilling. You're at peace.
Right.
You're doing good things for yourself. Like
Mhm.
your soft girl era. You allow yourself to be loved. Like don't have that guard up.
That's good.
Should make a T-shirt. So I'm in my soft girl era.
Nah, that's
And
dope.
then I want to drop an EP, and I want to call it like Soft Girl Era.
Yeah.
And then
That's
it's
a
just
good
like, my song singing like.
Yeah, that's a good idea. How important is it for an artist to write their own music?
I mean, I write all my own music, but I mean, I see why people do, get writers and stuff, because obviously, the mind can only think so hard, and like not everyone has that gift to be able to come up with different things and sound different all the time or all that stuff. So like I see why they do it, but like I don't think I would do it. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like that we get roped into that to be a purist as an entertainer or a lyricist or whatever it is. We have to be the author of all our music. But then you look at like some of the greatest people, like some of the greatest entertainers. If you look at the notes for the records that Michael Jackson was on, you see Quincy Jones, you see all these other people that composed it. Like even a Beyonce, look at the Beyonce credits and you see the Dream on there, you see Neo, you see all these other people on there. And I don't know if it takes away from their artistry. Like I think that when it comes to hip hop, people they're shaken by it because but even Drake has collaborators. Like, why do you think in hip hop we look more so at people who collaborate as well? You're not as talented because somebody else pen was involved with
I
your
don't know
music.
why. I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is wrong, but I feel like it's easy. If you get a song written for you, that's easy. Like that's easy. Like you just you didn't have to do the work. I feel like, I don't know, like all my songs come with emotion. So it's like they come from emotion, they come with feeling. Like how are you supposed to get that feeling from someone else's lyrics, or like, if you've never experienced it, or like, but at the same time it's just like that you just gotta hand it to you. Like you didn't have to sit there and think and process all that.
Right.
Like the other person did. So they really did the work, but you also did the work because you got an instrument, you got a voice. So in a way, it's like no point in even comparing because y'all both is doing work. It's really not really different. It's like if you write your music, you write your music. That's just it. Like, and you sing it as well. But I feel like either way, it's basically the same because you're both doing work.
Yeah. So with that, I'm sorry, Rob, this last one just to follow up. So with that being said, with you being a writer, one of the things that I think that's attractive or works really well for people that have the ability to write is that they're able to monetize the gift of writing without necessarily being the front person for it, right? So if you got a pen, you can write hip hop and you can write songs for people, that potentially could be another element of your artistry that you could actually market.
I mean, I would definitely do that. I would do that. Like, yeah, I would let people, take my songs, for a price. But
right.
But I would hope it would be for a price.
Definitely monetize.
But no, depending on who it is. But actually, it don't matter who it is. It's gonna be a good price regardless because that song could blow up. Doesn't matter who it is. So actually,
how would you get them though? How would you get them though, Tay, to channel whatever it is that you wrote based on your emotions and your experiences?
I feel like I would have to tell them my story and why I did that song and felt the way I felt when I did it.
Right.
And maybe they would understand. Maybe they could put themselves in my shoes or a time in their life where they were in my shoes or something. So
nice.
So tell me, what is that creative process like?
What? Like writing music?
Yeah, what do? You put your hat on, you turn the lights off, you play Mickey Mouse.
Candles.
To be honest, so I live with my mom and like all my siblings. So I don't really, and I work a lot. Like I work like 3 jobs. So it's like, yeah, I'm just working to get the money so I could do the music. So I'm just like, I don't really have time where it's like my head wants to think or even like pick up a pen and write right then and there. So like, it's just those moments when it's like,
Real
I
spontaneous.
just be right in the moments, like, oh, I'm gonna start. Like, I just have something in my head, and I'm gonna just write it on the paper, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, let me go find a beat, and then I'm like, all right, this is a good beat to those lyrics, and then I'll be like, I'll write a verse, and then I'll purposely not finish it.
Okay.
Finish it in the studio. I always finish it in the studio because I light my candle. It's just a vibe there. Like I feel the peace when I'm in the studio. I light my candle. I'll do my little verse, my chorus, and then I'll be like, all right, now let me figure out my little second little verse. It don't take long, but it's just like that's where my piece is in the studio. I recording, so it's like hard for me to freaking sit down and write at home all the time. It's just not it.
Yeah, when you got a house full of people, you can't concentrate and do all that, man. You can't do none of that. And it's funny you mentioned the studio being a comfort zone because I always say the best music is made in the studio when you're with the producer and so on and so forth.
Yeah, my engineer, I have like I feel so comfortable. Like he just makes me so comfortable. Like I feel like I want him in my life forever, but I know it's like that's not how it really goes. So like can't have him, but like he's just great. He always like gives me constructive criticism and stuff, and he gives me ideas. So it's just I like someone who tells me where it's like, that's not it, and someone who's like, all right, maybe you could add this to make it better. And I'm like, all right, see, this is why I fuck with you. Like,
tell me about who are some of your biggest inspirations?
It's so hard. Like I get so like nervous, not even nervous, but when people ask me this, I get so like you put me on the spot because it's like it's hard. Like I feel like I don't have anyone specific. Like it's just more so like any artist like I look up to or like that have inspired me. Literally, like.
Sure, your inspiration could be your third grade teacher.
Okay, that's true, but no one in school was my inspiration. I could say that, but
okay.
I feel like, can I say like
anybody?
I feel like myself and my family is my inspiration, maybe,
okay.
Right? Because they make me want to be a better person and like you know get
that's
shit together. You know, I want to take care of my family. That's it.
Listen, man, that might be the best inspiration.
I guess my family and like they're my support system, like my biggest fan. So it's like I guess they're my biggest inspiration.
Nice.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna take care of them.
That's right, boo.
Not all my family, but them.
It's like let me get it clear.
You made that clear, not all of them, but some of them.
I already know who I'm not talking to.
You don't want your uncle coming out the woodwork. You want your uncle coming out like, yo, what's up?
Cousins you ain't seen in a few years.
Yo, it's crazy because like I don't expect nothing handed to me or I don't expect help. Like I know I'd rather get it on my own anyway because that just makes me who I am. Like that just makes the experience like so much better. You fucking climb obstacles and you get to where you want to be, and it's just like maybe if the people would have helped me, I probably wouldn't have those. Or like have to go through all this. So it's just like, I mean, I could probably see why they don't help out, but they have room to help out, but they don't help out. Like they have room to help out. But it's okay.
You heard of the little red hen, right? You know, everybody wants to when you're making a cake, everybody goes out, you get the eggs, the powder, nobody wants to do that. But when the cake's made, everybody wants a piece of the cake.
Right. And that's what I don't want. Like, I don't want you to see like me on a billboard or something, be like, or on a magazine or just anywhere, just somewhere, and be like, I knew you could do it. No, that's not even realistic. Like, what are you talking about?
So you talked about the writing, but I gotta ask you. I want you to rate these things as what in your process. What's your favorite? Is it writing, recording, or performing?
Performing.
Like better?
I mean, it's hard. That was hard. But I do love to record though. The writing is cool, but you don't really feel it and hear it until it's so different in the mic compared to when you're doing it, you know, in a normal stuff. Like once you hear your voice in the mic, it's like magic. It's like the angels coming up.
And what goes into your process as far as selecting the music that you use? Because a lot of times, you know, is the process of selecting the music can be long or it can be a quick process. Do you automatically know when you hear the beat, or is it something that has to grow on you or something? Or
you knew that. I know when I hear it.
All
I can
right.
tell you within the first 15 to 30 seconds if that's a no or yes. Like, that's not it. Like, I know what beats will go, what beats I could really do stuff with. Like, I have it. I just feel it inside my body. Feel it inside my bones.
Yeah. You mentioned two things that I think is like really good recipe for success. So one thing you said is you talked about your engineer, and you was talking about how your engineer gives you constructive criticism. And I'm a firm believer that, you know, anybody, especially if you're an artist, if you're coachable, it just leaves so much room to grow. And, you know, that means that you're receptive to what the audience actually has to say. There are some people that are artists that they do whatever it is, and they like, I've done the art for me, and that's all that matters. But, you know, when you creating art, you actually want somebody to consume your art, right? So that was the first thing that you said, that I was like, oh, that's cool that, you know, that you're open to constructive criticism.
No, I feel like, yeah, well, I used to not be. I used to be like, you're wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm good. I sound great. I don't need no help. I don't want your input. Like, I used to take it a little bit, you know, but no, not anymore. I used to be like butthurt or something.
What changed?
Yeah, so say, that you would be like, yo, all right, now I can hear it and accept it.
I don't know if I grew up or like I was just realizing like the things they were saying was right and it was helping me. So like, or just like in general, like there's always gonna be something that you can do better. So it's just like you might as well just like hear from them and then like do it better than just not do it at all. Like I'd rather it be better than like not better.
Sometimes that's about the relationship though. Sometimes about the relationship you have with the person. Sometimes it's about you being vulnerable.
Nah, I feel like it was like because my dad was saying that like to me. So like he even mentioned it like before she would never take my constructive criticism. She would be like, no, I don't want to hear it. But he noticed that I changed. He noticed that I changed.
Yeah, you know, being receptive to it, and especially if it's not a hater, because you know some people give feedback to be malicious, but if somebody's giving you constructive criticism that's going to help you grow, that means that they made an investment in you and they really care about you. You know, because at the end of the day, they want before your finished product to get to other ears for you to actually know. So when it do get to other ears, it'll be perfected. Because if you imagine you had somebody in your camp that didn't tell you the truth about the music, and then they got out on the street, and then you know.
I was just about to say that. I was like, yeah, I would rather them tell me the truth because, like, if they don't and, like, I look like a fucking ass.
Yeah.
You know what would be the worst thing?
You'd be like, why would you let me do that?
Exactly. That would be, and this is what would make it even worse, right? So let's say you put together a whole stage performance. You get up on the stage, you perform it, the crowd boo you or whatever, and then you come back to your people, and your people be like, yeah, I knew that wasn't going to work. Wouldn't you be like, yo, then why you didn't tell me that?
Why did you say that?
You might need to switch your people.
And then the other thing that you said is when you was talking about like the ability to overcome adversity, right? Like, you know, like the grind. Because adversity builds character. Like, you know, if there's obstacles and you make it through, then the story on the other end is just even much more greater and rich because it's like, yo, and you like, I know what struggle I had to go through to get there. So Uncle Sammy, you could kiss my ass.
You don't know. Like, it's just like, I can't wait. I can wait, obviously. It's a lot of patience, a lot of learning, a lot of growing. But it's like, I just know the day it happens, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to sleep so good. I don't even know if I'll be able to sleep, actually, because I'm going to be so excited. But I know when I do go to sleep, I'm going to be like,
yes.
Yeah.
I can finally breathe. Like, I'm going to be like, yes, this is what I've been working for. Like, I just working. Tired, working every day, tired.
You hustling, boo. That's it.
Yeah.
You hustling.
Working, doing music, tired.
Making
it's just a routine. It's a routine.
It's a routine.
Yeah.
Describe for us your favorite place or your favorite venue you've performed.
I feel like, okay, so we got this spot in Pennsylvania called the Sherman.
Okay.
It's a spot where like the bigger artists come and like do their concerts. When I opened up for like Little Durk,
okay,
I liked it because 1, it was big stage. 2, the crowd was big, so it was just great. The energy, the vibes, the people. As soon as I walked out, all I heard was the crowd scream. I'm like, you don't even know me. You don't even know me, and you're screaming for me. Okay, so that was great. But I never had a show like that since, and it's like I just want the bigger shows. Put me on the bigger stages. Put me on the bigger rehearsals. Give me the rehearsals. Give me it all, and I'll do it. Like, just do it for me. Like, tell me, find it, and I'm gonna go. Get me to there. Get me to that point. Like,
Right.
Tell me what I need to get to that point, so I can go do it.
And out of those experiences, what skills have you gained that made you more of an effective performer?
Okay, so like when I first started performing, my heart used to race so bad. Like
the nerves, right?
Yeah.
I used to be so scared, like panicky. But now it's just like, I don't know if I'm getting more comfortable, or it's just like the energy, or like, okay, one thing I don't like to be is rushed. So if you're rushing me, automatically it's gonna be off. I'm not gonna like do it as perfect as I was supposed to do it, and then I'm gonna be annoyed because I didn't do it perfect. But if everything is how it's supposed to go, it's planned, like I'm on time, like I'm performing at the time I'm supposed to perform,
right,
it's gonna be great. Like with nerves or without nerves, like I guess like feeling the vibe of the crowd and like actually being able to look at them and see them. I used to feel like I black out.
Just shut down.
Now I stare them in their eyes.
Oh, you got the killer look. You got the killer eye.
Crowd engagement.
That's it. That's the killer eye.
Like I'll look in your eye, like act like I'm singing to you, and then I'll point at you too.
Nice.
But I think it's like so great when I just see it, like the crowd everyone just go silent and like start walking up to me like with their cameras to record. I'll be like, what are they recording? They're recording me. Like, wow. Oh, they coming to me. They're walking up to me with their phones out. Or like when kids will do it, I'll be like, wow. Like I'll just be like heartwarmed. My heart's warm.
Sound like you got bit by the bug. You got bit by the performance bug.
Yeah, I just want to keep performing forever now.
How do you define success though? Like when do you know that you've made it?
Stop. There's no stopping, because even when you make it, you're still gonna have to do stuff. Like me, when I make it, I'm gonna keep going, because it's like I don't think there's really a level to success to the point where you stop. Like you know, like you should only keep going till you really die, honestly, because there's no other excuse. Like you got like what you get to where you want to be, and then what, you just lose it all by sitting there and doing nothing. Like you got to keep going.
Yeah. Success to me is relative though. And what I mean by that is that at some point when you first started writing, you was like, probably like, damn, I would love to just be able to record a song.
Yeah.
No? You never had that experience when you first started writing?
The first song I wrote, I made sure I found somewhere to record my song. I was 16. I was like, I knew this girl in school. She said she had a studio on her house, or her dad does this work or whatever, studio in her house. Like barely knew the girl. Went to her house and recorded that song, and like she was the one recording it, not even her dad. Wow. We're like mad young. She's recording it. It came out. It's on SoundCloud. It's pretty good. But yeah.
Did you feel accomplished though? Did you feel successful?
Are you crazy? I
did it.
I did my first song. Like I'm a singer. Like what? Like I was hyped, but I didn't know that I was gonna be so great at it. Like.
How have you had an opportunity to hear your song on the radio yet?
I feel like not the one. I feel like I have. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like maybe a long time ago, they played my song on the radio. I don't know what radio.
How'd that make you feel though, to know that your song is played on the radio? It
felt good, but it's like I want to listen to the radio of me on it. Like, you know, like it was live. So it's like I'm sitting there in front of a mic.
Oh, I got you.
You know, listening to, you know, but I want to be outside in a car listening to it on the radio. Like,
song on the radio. No. Do you remember the first show that you booked? How did it feel the first time you actually got a show and did a show?
Let me tell you, I didn't even book the show because, like I said, like back then I was doing music with like people I met in high school. So my first show was from my guy I do features with. So it was at SOB's.
Look at that.
SOB's in New York.
There's the people that have been rapping for 20 years that never touched SOB stage.
Hold on, Rob. Before you go there, showcase, whatever. Don't know how I got there. He told me to go. Went.
And
I don't.
And that's a perfect example of what I'm saying to you in terms of like success, and success is relative, because you know, you can always, people put like these imaginary parameters around what constitutes success, but somewhere there's somebody that wrote a song that's like, damn, I would love to just record this song. There's somebody that's like, damn, I would love to hear my song on the radio. Damn, I would love to be on the stage at SOBs. You know,
that is true. That is true. So it's like really,
you can't
nonchalantly, like, SOBs.
Yeah, you can't just blow by SOBs. SOBs is the legendary spot.
I know. I be seeing people perform there and stuff. I was like,
TayBayBeee. SOB.
I wasn't even TayBayBeee at that time. That's how long ago that was, and it was great. It was so, but let me tell you, there was no connection with me and him when that was my first.
I got you.
So I was in my zone, not in my zone, but I was more so nervous as hell. So I was just focused on me, like where like I wasn't singing my parts and walking with him and stuff. I was just so nervous. I stayed in one section and like walked around the stage, and then that was it. Like,
so you know what? Maybe it wasn't as enjoyable as it could have been, which made it not as prevalent to you because it wasn't what you felt was one of your best experiences.
I feel like if I was to do now, I would be so like happy.
Yeah,
I'd go crazy. They would know my name when I walked out. Like,
so
they don't know my name now.
Well, you know, maybe there'll be a point in time where you'll be having another discussion with us, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I remember the first time I did the Garden, and it wasn't what I thought it would be." Now you know my fourth performance at Madison Square Garden was really the one that I love.
Wow, SOBs.
I can't wait to actually like go and perform different places. Like, I just want to see everyone's reactions. Like, it's all gonna be different.
Yeah.
So,
wow, that's dope.
Robert still with it. SOB.
That's not because she said it very nonchalantly, and it picked all of our interest. When she said SOBs, all of us said SOBs. Like, come on, not everybody gets to rock at SOBs because it's a small venue.
Mm-hmm.
I've honestly never really. That was the first time I ever been there, ever heard of it.
Right.
And like, I honestly have never been back. So. I mean, I be seeing people.
It's on your resume, though. It's on your resume.
Right? Yeah, that's good to have.
I will be back. And then I'm gonna be like, "Yo, I'm back."
There you go.
So when every artist, I always feel this when they make their first album and their first record, it's kind of their life album, because that's the album where you're still authentically who you are. Nothing's changed, and you write about all your experiences and stuff. What type of stuff should we think of, or if we're gonna hear about your life experiences in your first album?
I feel like I don't know if that's so much gonna be like about my, life story and stuff. I mean, there's gonna be more so. I feel like it's more so heartbreaks more than anything, but family can break your heart too. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about, relationships with I try to make it so that it's like, it don't matter what type of relationship it is, anyone could relate. It don't got to be your girlfriend, boyfriend. It could be your friend. It could be your mom. It could be your grandma. It could be your grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anyone. So it's just like, I don't think, I'm ready. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's like, I feel like that will come. I just don't think it's going to be my first album. I feel like when I actually move a little bit further on to where I want to be, then I can do it, because then I can really have the full experience of what it took to get to where, at least part of where I want to be anyway, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
How important is social media in this age of music?
It's important. Do I want it to be important? No. Do I want to make a post every day on Instagram? No. Do I do it? No. But if I do, get to where I want to be, I'm gonna do it every day.
You gotta do it. That's right.
It makes you money and stuff too. So I applaud the people who do it, because I don't know. If it was my only job, of course. Like, if I'm getting paid for that, I'll wake up every day and look so cute for no reason and just post pictures all day. Yeah, social media. But no, it's important though, because that's how you can really attract your fans and interact with your fans and grab them from all different countries and states, like without even having to travel. So I mean, like social media is big, and your video could literally go viral. Like anything you post could go viral. Like that could always be in front of someone that you never know. They could do stuff with you. Like that's why it's like it's important. It's so hard though. At the same time, like I don't understand it. I don't understand how all these people get all these followers. How?
They buy them.
Yeah.
I know. Sometimes I be wanting to buy them, but like it's like
it's not real interaction. It's not worth it.
Yeah, because there's no likes, they don't care about you.
Really, it's not real interaction.
And then your fans aren't dumb, so they're gonna be like, she bought her followers. Like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. But I really do want my followers to just like out of the blue, just like be there. Like wake up one morning, boom, the 50K. I'll be okay with 50K right now.
But you know something? If you have 50K followers and you was getting 5 likes on your page, that's not as valuable as somebody with 500 followers getting 400 likes.
That's true.
It's real engagement.
Yeah.
It's annoying because the followers I have now that are actual real followers, like, bro, like, you mean to tell me I have almost 2,000 followers and only over 200 people's liking my stuff? Like, are you serious? That's why it's like I hate my followers right now because it's like, why do you even follow me? Why do you follow me?
To see what you're doing.
Man, it's a lot of
some people want to see. Some people just want to see what you're doing.
I know they want to see. It's crazy when I post a reel and I'm getting more interactions from non-followers than my own. I'm like, why is my non-followers count over 1,000 and my regular followers is literally at like 600? I'm like,
yep. Yeah, no, that's
what it is, man.
And then they don't even follow me, so I'm getting all these views and stuff, and y'all not even following me. What's the point?
Well, to the fans that do love you and follow you and like what you do,
I already know who they are. I got them. I'll shout them out. I'm gonna help them out one day.
What's the one message you would give to those fans?
The ones that actually are on my side.
Yes.
I got your back, and just wait. Stay with me.
Don't
fall off. Don't fall off because I just know that great things are gonna happen, and I feel like a loyal fan base, the people that was with you from the jump, is the people that's gonna be with you forever. So it's like I'm gonna treat them the best. All my fans, like, let me send you a little gift.
You know what? Maybe you need to start coining a phrase or coining a name for your fans. Beyonce got the Beehive, Rihanna got the Navy.
About that.
What's what? Don't even Tamar got the Tamartians or something like that? Like, think about like it's the
babies, like my little babies, TayBayBees.
TayBayBeee.
There you go.
All right, TayBayBeee. I like that. That's a little.
You get you a little campaign. Are you a TayBayBeee?
Yeah.
There you go.
See?
Or are you a crybaby? Which one?
So you got it.
What can people expect from you in the next year? Where can we see you, or where can we hear you?
See me everywhere.
Okay.
You're gonna see me everywhere. I'm gonna make it happen. I know it. I'm gonna make sure of it. Like in my head, I don't got a choice. Like everyone, you got a choice. No, in my head, I don't have a choice. Like I have to get this done. I have to do it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care what I gotta do to do it. I'm gonna make it happen. But just look for me because you don't even need to. I'm gonna be there in front of your face.
That's right.
You're gonna see me without even trying. Just know when you do see me.
TayBayBeee.
If you get me wrong, don't even try to contact me. Don't try to contact me. Like Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, you know, all the good platforms.
And tell everybody what the name of your new single is.
Who I am. Because do you know who I am? Do you?
There you go.
Do you? If you don't, now you do.
Tay, thank you for pulling up to the No Ideas Original Podcast. We appreciate you. It was great having you.